What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
A skeet up, dooped up, a doodle did a better da poodle. Kind of fell down the stairs.
Yes, you did. But it started so amazing.
Yeah, you paid no mind to the beats of it at all over the second half.
But then I stuck the landing.
Oh, you did.
Stuck
Poodles
the
are
landing
good.
with your face at the bottom of the flight of stairs. It was amazing.
No, I mean, it's like that thing where you trip on the curb, and so you run a few steps. Like, I could have ran. I could have ran if I wanted to. But,
oh, man.
But it was just a walk.
It just kept going faster and faster. Like, oh, no.
But then ended with poodle.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yes, you're unaware?
You did not know that?
Guys, I was falling down the stairs, grabbing at any consonant that came to me.
And you built a poodle. That's what happened.
Yeah, you made a poodle.
You broke your fall upon a poodle.
Welcome in to the Spitballers Podcast, episode 269. Would you rather? Man of the people. And today we are drafting the best chores. The best chores. Like if you're stuck with some chores, which ones do you want to get stuck with?
Yeah. No,
and we were kind of saying, like, you know, no one likes chores, but there are some arguments to be made for a few of these as to why you might enjoy them. At least I've made a list of things that
I've got a reation for everything on my list, why I would say I would like this chore. I also have a special chore on my list that is a theoretical chore. It is one I've never done, nor could I have ever done.
Has anyone in life done this?
Oh, yeah. It's a super normal chore.
Men probably do it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or is this cleaning the gutters?
But we'll get there. But it's one where it's like, I think I'd love that. Now, I'm sure if I did that, I would
You'd hate it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to kick it off with Would You Rather here in a minute. You can follow this show at SpitballersPod over on X, Instagram.com/SpitballersPod. Thank you for all your ideas for drafts and for segments and all of that. Let's kick it off.
Would you rather?
Well, Jeremy from the website writes in, would you rather be forced to have dessert after every meal or never have dessert again? This is just a silly question by silly people.
Now, does this insinuate then that you have to eat the whole dessert? Because
Yes.
I order dessert oftentimes and grab a bite or two. Like, I just really want a little hint of sweet, so I'll get the cheesecake and I'll eat.
But you got to eat the whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the only way this makes it fair.
That is the only way that makes it fair, because then there are certain main courses that you really want to gorge yourself on and fill up completely. And I would feel, knowing that dessert was coming. Now, most of the time I have a very dessert stomach philosophy in life. I mean, have you ever seen me go, oh, no, thank you?
No, you love adding on the cookie.
Yeah.
I'll add
you
something
love
on.
adding on the ice cream.
While you were gone this past week, Jason, I kind of, I don't know if it was celebrating my fantasy football title or what, but every restaurant this week, I think I added a dessert.
Every restaurant served dessert?
But he got them all.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that did, I got. And I wasn't even eating at the restaurants. I had, like, other food. But these guys were ordering in, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a dessert every day. I think you added one of them for me.
I sure did. From another continent, I saw your lunch link come in. I'm like, I'm going to sneak in a big old mud pie.
Yeah.
I think I've trained my body to want and desire sugar immediately after a meal. And I'm not going to apologize for that.
Speaking of that, I think part of the crumbling down the stairs at the beginning, I went too hard in the paint last night, guys.
Yeah? What'd you do?
Had a delicious double cheeseburger with fries, and then got a dessert to split with the wife.
Oh, she didn't want any?
And, well, I got to it first. I'm a fast eater.
Yeah,
yes, you are.
And
the fastest.
And I got about halfway through this dessert, and my wife looks over, because I have said nothing.
You just went straight away.
I have said nothing from the beginning of eting of the mud pie.
This is so much.
To the halfway
it's
point.
Good to know your wife gets the same treatment we get.
And so I'm just absolutely obliterating this pie. She's like, it's good, huh? I'm like, yeah. Sounds like you noticed I wasn't talking, huh? She says, yeah. And I go, that's because the whole time I'm eating this going, how far into the halfway point before my wife gets mad that I have encroached on her dessert, and because it was the perfect dessert for the perfect point of my life.
So that means once you got about 40% in, every bite was a big question in your head.
Yes. And then I'm expressing how much I like this dessert, and she takes a couple bites, and she's like, "No, do you want the rest of it?" So I, of course, say yes, and I am paying the piper today, fellas.
The trick there,
this was a big piece of pie.
The trick there for all of you at home that want to get away with more than half, never let them see the original size. Then you can eat to a certain point and insist that what's left is half.
So if it is the classic triangle cut off of a cake or a pie, do you just eat down the side?
Yes, you do.
You shave the triangle to be narrow?
It's like the pie chart. You shave the 25% down to about 5%.
And then you go, you want to split this?
You ever seen the infinite candy bar trick? It's an illusion.
I think I have.
It doesn't actually make an infinite, but it like tricks your brain. You just do that. You just keep taking little slices.
So you got the rest, though. That was a big moment.
It was great, and
I knew I loved you, honey.
I am feeling awful.
Do you want to share the where you were a patron of?
It was the mud pie. It was
Red Robin.
It was the Red Robin mud pie.
Oh, I just did that on Friday.
Yeah, it's really good.
I had to do the game here in the studio where, you asked the whole office, does anybody actually want this pie?
Yeah.
So then I said yes. So then at that point, I believed it was my pie, not anybody else's.
Right.
But then Rob saw it, and Rob's like, that pie looks pretty good. I was like, do you want me to cut you a little piece? And then I had to make a decision how much to give him.
Right. Are you giving him just like a taste, or are you splitting this with him? And I see by your face you gave him a taste.
Yeah, he got some.
Yeah.
Okay, but Mike, you enjoyed your dessert, but you feel bad today.
Yeah.
So this, taking it back to the question, you have to finish a dessert after every meal, or you never get dessert again.
It's easily never for me.
Oh, it's easily. I have to have them every time. I mean,
100% of the time.
100% of the time I have to. Honey, this is for science.
Now, have you ever in your life been eating the meal and knowing that, I'm going to get a dessert, so you actually hold back on the actual meal? You have?
Many times. Many, many times. It's a
Don't take this the wrong way, but that surprises me.
What's really funny is
I just don't see you as you are a connoisseur of foods.
I'm a connoisseur of foods with a big old belly. No, I get it. I
didn't know you were that prudent in the meal period.
When I am at a meal with people, I oftentimes eat the least of the group. I don't understand it. I feel like that isn't fair, but it is true. But it is super common, especially if I go to a fancy place, because I love, if I go to a steakhouse, I love bringing that steak home. I'm a big fan of having that tomorrow. So I'll know I'm going to get that butter cake.
Have you justified the price of meals knowing you could eat it a second time?
100%.
And then the meal costs exactly half?
You think I'm getting a tomahawk steak and not justifying that? I got to eat this 5 times.
This is at least 5 meals.
It's paying for itself.
Whoops, it was 2.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, yeah, I'm keeping the dessert. The thought of not getting dessert again, no thank you.
Dessert is great, but
would you have answered this question?
Life is great.
Yeah.
Would you have answered this question identically right before the pie last night?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
I would have.
All right. Brian from the website, would you rather have to introduce yourself each time you start a conversation with someone you already know, or say big fan every time you meet and start a conversation with someone you never met? This is nuanced.
So one of these is someone you know, and one of these is a new person. That to me already kind of makes a difference, because I'm thinking, how often do I
cashiers? You want to say big fan to every cashier?
See, I feel like that'd be so easy.
Big fan, by the way.
Yeah, you just play that off as a fun little joke. That's so easy. I would have no problem. This last week, I did nothing but meet new people.
Now, what about when you sit down with your banker or something?
Yeah,
like
there's
that?
going to be.
Oh, I'm a big fan. big fan of your work,
There's
man.
gonna be some people out there that you cannot big fan.
Well, sure. If I'm going to the funeral home to
What about when you interview somebody
Skittles.
for this job, like for a job here?
Yeah. Hey, big fan.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that good? You want to set them up for success. You want them to think you think highly of them. Show me your best. I'm a big fan of your resume.
I'm trying to find a way around it, but I think that's the right
answer.
answer.
It's so good. It's so easy. Honestly, I think we should incorporate this into our day. Like, this is a hypothetical. You got to what if we just did this? What if we just started saying that you're a big fan when you meet someone?
Okay.
Find something you're a big fan of on them.
Question. You get pulled over for speeding. The officer walks up. You say, "Oh, hello, officer. Big fan."
Yeah, that's nice.
Does that help or hurt your cause?
Honestly, it's probably pretty funny.
It helps your cause. Hey, big fan of your work. I mean, that officer, all right, you've cut.
Honestly, that's half of what I want to communicate to an officer when I need to, like, I support the police.
You've cut the tension. You've hopefully made him smile, at least on the inside. You know, him or her, they're just feeling good inside. They're like, okay, maybe they're not bad. Now, what you don't want to hear,
You're not going to be a big fan of this ticket. That's what he says back.
What you don't want to hear immediately after, a big fan of your work is, please exit the vehicle. You're getting a field sobriety test immediately.
Yeah, I don't want to introduce myself to you guys every time. I don't want to be like, hi, Andy, by the way. Anyways,
That's rude.
Yeah.
That's rude. If you know someone.
It's
and you're
saying
like,
you don't know my name.
right. Or that you don't remember that they know. You know, it's like, oh, I'm Jason, by the way. Yeah, I know. Like, we talk every day.
Yeah, I'm going big fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that
I'm
one.
a big fan of that.
Mike?
I guess it's big fan. Yeah.
Josie from Patreon, would you rather be given $1 million outright? Yes. Or receive $300K for every marathon you complete?
Give me that millie.
Oh, my gosh. This is such a good question.
Okay, so let's.
Because your full-time job at that point, you instantly transition. You're a marathon runner.
Yeah, you're a runner.
That's what you are.
Walker.
That's true. Oh, Michael.
Walker.
Yes.
There's no rules in a marathon that says you have to run.
It says you have to complete. That's
Yeah.
all it says.
I mean, I could spend a day walking for – that's a long walk.
I was going to say, I'm looking it up. It takes 8 hours to walk 26.2 miles at a regular pace.
26 what miles?
Yeah, that's a
How
marathon.
long is a
man.
That's a marathon, brother.
26.2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so you walk. That's 8 hour day. You put in an 8 hour day walking?
Yeah, and get $300K.
Now, do you have to also pay the extra hourly cost of all the like marathon workers that have to stay and wait for you to finish the marathon?
Is there a time limit?
I imagine about 8 hours. It's got to be the cap.
That you can run some of it.
I mean, this would be your full-time gig. I'd be going to you'd go to marathons once a week. You'd walk them. Eventually, maybe you get in shape.
Typically, marathon cutoff times are around 6 hours.
All right,
so
let's leave it to 6 hours then.
Okay.
So that means I got to complete this within 6 hours.
You can make it in 6.
The
Oh,
guy is
man.
standing there with a big $300,000 check
Yeah.
right across that finish line.
That means you
And
have
every
to
time you
average
finish, he gives it to you.
a pace of just under 14 minutes per mile.
And what's
dang.
a standard,
14's not great, man.
What's a walking mile? Like a normal walk?
About 14, 15, I think, right?
That's no problem.
16, 18?
Come on,
15 to
Google
22 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
let's average it, say 18.
Speed walk.
Yeah, you'd have
Man.
to. You'd have to.
One on, one off.
So now-
Jog, walk.
Yeah.
Jog, walk.
So I have to at least complete 4 marathons before I'm in the green here.
Right.
Yes.
Just taking
Yes.
the millie.
And then you can complete infinite after that.
Not to mention you'll be healthier.
Yeah.
Man, all right. So I guess you just do one a quarter, right?
You could.
You know, every 3 months.
You would.
Well, right. What are you doing? Like every Saturday? You're just
This is
raking
my
it in?
Yeah, I'm raking it in, man.
I'm doing at least one a month.
Who doesn't want to walk outdoors?
Meat. That's pretty easy.
Okay. All right.
I guess
Yeah.
you
I'm
gotta
doing the
take you gotta
marathons.
take the marathon, because there's like right now I know. Okay, let's ask it this way. I want to do some math here, because when I think of big money, like
Right.
oh I can print infinite money. It always comes down to one thing: like, can I buy a ball team? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
can I buy?
That's
Which is what?
That's
like
your
a couple,
opinion
couple
on-
billion?
Yeah, I mean, you figure I need $2 billion in the bank to buy a ball team.
Well,
that would be
like a professional.
Yeah, an NFL team.
You need way more than that.
no $2 billion.
You've got to have
you
the
have to
money.
be able to fund it after that.
But once you have it,
I think you could.
You can fund it.
If you've got $2 billion in the bank, you can go after.
Do you want to know the number?
So this
how
is
many
how many marathons to get $2 billion?
6,666.
That's the mark of the beast times 10.
It's 128 months. Oh, years. Crap. Wait, which one did I do?
I don't know.
Oh,
all right,
man.
6,666.
There is such a long. There's a wide gap between 1 million and $2 billion.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Where you can be very happy with your amount of money.
Yes, but I can't have a.
He's
ball
trying
team.
to decide whether he wants $1 million or a ball team.
Yeah,
And by the way, you're not getting a ball team even with like a weekly marathon. Does not happen.
So what?
A weekly marathon at 300K is still going to take you like
That'd be 52 marathons a week.
a
Or
week.
52 marathons a year.
That might be what you need to do.
So that means 1 year. Yeah, that'd be 128 years if I do
That's
a
what I
weekly
mean.
marathon.
Yeah, so you got to do it way faster. You got to be doing one a day.
What if you like put a wig on someone?
I like how it's just the ball team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you got
What happens
So
when
if I did a marathon every single day,
Yeah.
then I could buy a ball team 18 years from now.
Yeah.
This is not a good
You're
enough.
not alive 18 years from
This
now.
is not a good enough trick for me to get my ball team.
If you plus what happens, let's say you save your $2 billion, which by the way, inflation in 15 years.
Yeah, I'm
They're
going
gonna
to
cost
need $3
more.
billion.
But let's say you get that money. You get ball team money someday. And then you go out to the market, to the open market. You're like, I got to buy my ball team now.
Right,
Now, teams aren't always for sale.
right.
Do you settle for like a baseball team?
No! I worked hard for this. I'm not looking to be punished.
So you wait for the football team to become available?
Probably. I would buy a basketball team. I
You'd
would
be willing?
love a
The
basketball
Wizards?
team.
what if it had
Any
Okay.
That's the thing that I would settle. I would settle on
Yeah.
a bad city, a bad franchise historically.
Would you be willing to do the Ryan Reynolds path, the buy a low level football club?
I don't think that works.
and then
in
work them up.
I don't think that works in American sports. There's no low level football
No,
or
it's,
baseball.
no, you
or
would have
bas-
to become a European.
Or buy
I don't
the
want-
XFL?
I don't want soccer. I
Yeah.
don't want XFL. This is NFL, NBA. Otherwise, I'm not needing 18 years to buy this ball team.
You know, one unheralded benefit here is there's going to be a bunch of marathon runners at every race. And there'll be one winner. And then a bunch of people that finished. They tried hard. They are trained.
Yeah,
And they all cross the finish line. They get like nothing. And you're the last place guy, and you get a $300,000 check every single time.
Do I get that presented in one of those?
Yes,
giant-
you do.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's awesome.
Yep.
All right, that's easy. Give me the marathon.
I'm still taking the marathon, but I'm not getting a ball team.
We got time for one more, Al? How are you doing today, by the way?
I'm doing great.
Are you taking the marathon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That
And
was
yes, we
a
got
little
time
too
for-
enthusitic, but
Oh, I mean,
You're in on
300K
it.
for a marathon.
It's a lot of
I'm
money.
pretty enthusiastic about that.
yeah. We got time for one more?
Go for
Yeah, we got time. Let's do
a
one more.
brisk walk.
It's yeah.
And get
I mean, it's
300 grand.
It's an 8-hour walk. You're gonna be real
You're
tired.
going to be sore the next day.
but
You're
you
going
will
to feel
get,
like
you'll train.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually your body will get used
Could
to
I
it.
rollerblade?
I just got back from Disney and I feel well trained.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a lot of walking.
That's right.
Doug from the website, would you rather have to object at every wedding you ever go to or take a selfie with the deceased at every funeral you attend? That's funny. Now, I have made it most of my goal in life to avoid both of these.
Weddings and funerals.
As many as possible.
Sure.
I want to go to as few. I haven't been to a wedding or a funeral in quite some time.
That's funny. I really like weddings. I really enjoy them.
I wasn't sure which one you were going to say.
I love going to a good funeral. I mean, just really puts life into perspective.
They could be beautiful in their own way.
Sure.
If you are out there and you're listening to this podcast and you just really enjoy going to funerals,
Let us know.
I was going to say, please stop listening to this podcast because there's something wrong with you. You can't enjoy going.
No,
to
you can't really.
funerals. You can say that was a wonderful funeral. I'm happy that I ended up going because being there turned out to be very good. That's fine.
There have been
But
funerals where you're like, okay, this was an inevitability. Like we all know this was coming. Like a really old person, and you're like, and then you see lots of family at the funeral, and it's like a nice time.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Not as
that,
nice as a wedding, though.
I'm not saying that after the funeral you can't look back and say I'm really happy I went to that funeral. That makes sense. But looking forward to a funeral, like,
Right.
oh man, I can't
The
wait.
food. What about the food?
Can't wait for the next one. Like that's a problem.
Oh.
They should make it, to balance this out a little bit, funerals should always be catered with better food than weddings. So that way
Weddings just need better food overall.
Weddings have the most
always
expensive
expensive.
food.
And it's always this real fancy stuff. You're like,
Mhm.
what?
I mean, I like that.
I know you. You're not a fancy person. Don't
New
give me
idea.
fancy food.
funeral buffet, end of the buffet is the open casket.
Okay.
The end of the buffet.
Yeah, like you
So,
go through
let
the
me a-
line,
let
and
me
at the
ask
end you pay your respect.
No,
you just like drop a little bit of your food.
yeah, like a few like refried.
Now, here's the real question: is
couple scramby eggs for you.
as you're going, this is a breakfast funeral. This
Well,
is
as he
early
said-
in the morning.
He said buffet. I don't know.
Okay.
A buffet's got it all,
Sure,
man.
I mean,
A breakfast funeral.
You ever
I
been
like
to
my funeral at 8 a.m.
been to a buffet that doesn't have eggs somewhere?
Honestly, if
Yes!
it was going to be a
No.
buffet,
What? You've never been to a Chinese food buffet, Mike?
There's
Yeah.
eggs. There's eggs in the fried rice, bro.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, get wrecked.
But
Egg
my
drop soup.
question,
Yeah.
my question is, when you're coming down, if you finish at the casket,
yeah.
before you get to the head of the casket, are there still dishes on the casket on the?
On the feet portion.
If
Yeah,
you,
on the
if
feet
you forget
portion.
the tables,
that's
yeah.
where all the like napkins and the
Oh, okay.
the condiments,
yeah, that makes sense.
the
Put your
cutlery.
yes. I like this idea. I think I'm going to incorporate it into mine.
I was going to ask, do you want to write that into like a trust?
Yeah.
Because you'll force people to do it. That's the problem.
Yeah, I would love to have some wacky things in mind where I'm
going
forcing
buffet.
people. It's a swim party.
Do you want a plate on
You
your?
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want you to all have to come in a bathing suit.
What if you have a plate on your belly in the open casket, and when they reach that portion, they put a little bit of their food onto your plate, so everybody's
saying.
adding a little.
To be fair, yours sounded like you were sprinkling it on their face.
Yeah, I thought in their
Eat
mouth.
up, good guy.
It's all the same.
Enjoy the cheese.
Has anyone ever done? So we could do the buffet, and then can they make my hand be up so everyone has to dap me up?
Oh, like a high five?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
I
this,
like
this is your payment for your buffet. Is you have to dap me up.
I like that.
My final wish.
The problem is
Would
that
you feel uncomfortable high fiving the dead arm, knowing that this is a
Not for free food.
okay? That's the limit. That's like, oh yeah, heck yeah.
when they embalm, though, your will be stuck that way, so you would not be able to close that top of the casket.
That can't be true. Is that true?
Well, I mean, I
When
think
you embalm it,
You get the rigor mortis.
yeah, I mean, you know, when people like do the taxidermy, it's not like they're moving them like Gumby. I mean, they're stuck
Can we put like joints in so they can be actionable?
like an action figure.
Yeah.
wait. I can't.
think you
Life
could.
size.
I
I
need
think
to go
you
back
could.
real quick. Jeremy, you need to vet this. Is this really one of those things where you can freeze?
What do you think? They're moving them around like puppets?
You're talking about the animals.
No, I'm talking about the people.
I guess the people. I just thought you replace the fluids with something that will last longer and decompose less quickly. But
I
you're
might
not
be
like
conflating taxidermy with what they do to bodies.
yeah. I don't know how you freeze a certain position because that would be. If that's true, where
not
when
rigor mortis
when you
situation?
embalm
That's what I'm-
someone, well, that's what I want to learn here. This is an
Josh
educational
is saying that only
podcast.
lasts for a day or two. So
but
then
it does
you just,
do it.
Yeah,
Then
but
you
it's-
just become floppy again?
No.
That's no good.
Josh is saying yes.
Josh
so what do they
thinks you
do when they
become-
taxidermy? Are they like?
That's they stuff you.
Yeah, taxidermy is where they pose things and they're locked in.
And
You
they
can't move
stuff them, though, right?
So the inside, they're replacing your inside.
Can I be stuffed
Heck yeah, you can be stuffed.
in any pose I want?
Yes.
I want like a rock guitar pose.
Oh, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
I think
That's good stuff.
rather than just embalming and being like, let's change your stuff out so you decompose,
All right,
less quickly. Let's have people in awesome poses.
Why not put them in resin?
Why don't we taxidermy people?
What, like Han Solo is?
Yeah, no, just clear resin, and they're just up there in any pose they want, and it's an open casket in that.
Yeah, you bring them home after. You don't even need to get
Yeah.
a cemetery plot. You just
Right.
You got pop in the.
Oh, it could be a coffee table.
It could be anything you want. You could have a coffee table. You could have, like
Grandpa's
you go
coffee
Yeah.
table.
I've been to restaurants before where they've got like a big bear right in the middle of the
Right.
restaurant or back in the corner. That'd be pretty sweet,
My grandpa, we used to call him the Big Bear.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
treat him as such and remember him every day as you walk downstairs and see him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, this question
Okay,
went
so my
somewhere.
final answer is I will take the taxidermy.
Yeah, we all went to funeral. I mean, funeral buffet, resin. Yeah, we're going funeral.
Because the objection is like you can't play that off. Like that's not a. It could be funny for maybe one particular person in your life, but that's a bit that's not going to work.
No, everybody at the funeral, all the actual in-laws and people that care about this, when they hear an objection come through in the middle of the one and only ceremony you get,
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, I've been to some where I'm like, this isn't the last one.
well,
Yeah.
sure. But in that moment, some people are thinking like, supposed to be.
Oh, dear goodness. All right, we are moving on. Sometimes the hardest part of doing something new is just getting started. It's even harder when you're not sure where to start. When it comes to getting started with investing, Acorns can help. Today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. Acorns helps you automatically save and invest for your future. You don't need a lot of money to get started. You can even start by investing your spare change with roundups. The app even gives you access to education and guidance to learn more about investing. Head to acorns.com/ballers to sign up for Acorns to start saving and investing for your future today. Investing involves risk, including the loss of principal. Please consider your objectives, risk tolerance, and Acorns fees before investing. Acorns Advisors, LLC. Acorns is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Brokerage services are provided to clients of Acorns by Acorns Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. For more information, visit acorns.com.
Man of the people.
All right, we are into another battle here. Man of the people. Al, you've surveyed the world,
That's right.
and the top 3 answers on the board?
Top 5.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, top 5.
But you only get, 3 points for the number 1 answer, 2 points for the number 2 answer, and 1 point for any other answer on the board. 7 rounds, final round worth double.
All right, let's begin. I can't wait to lose yet another man of the people.
Game shows are tough,
It's
man.
not over till the last round. We know that.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
All right. Round 1. Name a good day job for a bodybuilder.
I buzzed in first. I'm going to say construction worker.
That is the number 2 answer. Worth 2 points.
I'm going to go with lifeguard.
That's good answer.
It is the number 4 answer.
I did think
The
swimmer.
number 1 answer is still on the board. Mike, you have
I will
4.
go with a police
3.
officer.
That is not on the board.
What a loser.
I bet you fireman was.
It was not.
Oh, wow.
The number 1 answer was personal trainer.
All right.
What's the best job for a bodybuilder? Workouter?
We had construction at number 2, a bouncer at number 3,
man.
lifeguard, and then model was the number 5 answer.
It was a little on the nose.
Yeah, it was 2 on the nose. You couldn't think like, what do you do for a living? I lift weights.
What's the best job for a fireman? Firefighting.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
You could have given us 1,000 guesses and we would never have
I don't
said
think we would've.
workout.
It passed my head of like work at a gym. I'm like, that's too stupid. There's no way that could be on this list.
And yet, we surveyed the people.
And it
So I
barely-
got the number 1 answer. That's
Yes.
what I learned.
Jason with 2 points, Andy with 1 point, Mike with no points. Going
right.
into round 2, tell me an animal that you associate with India.
A cow.
That's a good answer.
It is the number 1 answer.
No, it isn't.
It is the number 4 answer.
What? Dude. Oh, Yeah.
Monkey.
what?
Oh, my gosh. I know the number
Yeah,
one
I
answer.
do too now.
Monkey is the number 5 answer.
Yeah, I got this. Elephant.
Yes, of course it's
Oh.
elephant.
Elephant is the number 1 ansar.
I think of all the tourist videos where you got the monkeys like snatching people. Is that from not people, but their food? No, the monkeys don't have a
They're out of
kidnapping ring.
control. They've got a huge trafficking ring.
I understand the cow, the monkey, sure, but elephant was the first one. that popped in
Elephant
my
was the
mind.
first thing that popped in my mind, but after I hit the button, I was like, oh no, like
Is tiger
cows
on
are
that
like
list?
worshipped.
The
Bengal
number
tiger?
2 answer was camel. The number 3 answer was tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
okay.
And then cow and monkey right behind that.
Interesting. All right. I wouldn't have thought camel. Indian camels?
I don't know. I'm not educated.
I don't know. I think of
I went with monkeys.
I think of like 4 camels in
Because they
existence.
snatch
Snatch
people.
That hang
And
out
then,
in
you ever
Egypt.
seen a monkey running off with a human above their head?
My cats.
All right, we got Andy with 4, Jason with 3, Mike with 1, going into round 3. Being in hot water is one way of saying you're in trouble. Name another.
Being in hot water. Oh, another phrase.
Yes. 4,
Oh no.
3, 2, 1.
Beep beep.
Okay.
If you're in trouble.
Okay, Mike, buzz in.
Yeah, no. Hold on. If you are in
You better give them a timer.
If you are in trouble, you
Anybody?
You got to give us a timer.
Mike buzzed in.
under pressure.
That is not on the board.
Yeah, because it's not the right phrase.
If you're
Jason?
in trouble.
5, 4, 3,
It's the first
2.
time.
Okay, I buzzed in.
All right, what you got?
Well, no, I get a timer now. I buzzed.
You were already on the clock. All right, 3, 2.
The who's
1.
gal?
All right, well, that was the first.
If you're in trouble,
We got in the doghouse,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
on
that's-
thin ice,
oh, there's a lot of these. those are all making sense.
in a pickle,
Yep.
up a river without a paddle,
Yeah.
and then burned your bridges, which
in a pickle is not when you're in trouble.
Yeah,
Sure it
yeah,
is.
This was one of the first times
No, it's
that
when
I
you have a dilemma.
No, not necessarily. Like
Yeah, I'm
like
in a
in
pickle.
baseball, you're in a pickle. You got
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
but
this
I've got a
question-
problem. The problem doesn't mean I'm in trouble.
we got 0 points, fellas.
All right.
And that was one
These
of the,
people
that
got
was one
no
of the
points
first
for that
times I
answer.
tried to be the first one without thinking of the problem.
Oh, it's
And that is not a good situation. Although you both got 0, so I feel great.
All right. Well, like I said, we're going to do 6 rounds. Here we go. Name a reason why you might get a call from your kid's teacher.
they're in trouble. The kid.
Yeah, bad behavior, I believe.
Yes, the kid is in trouble.
That's the number 2 answer.
Whoa.
I'm up.
Yep.
Cheated on a test.
That is the number 3 answer.
Okay. It's on the board. That's all I care about.
I will say your kid is sick.
Oh, that's of course the number one
That
answer.
is the number 1 answer.
All right.
The teacher does not call when the kid is
That's
sick.
true.
See,
the
that's
nurse.
true,
Ever.
but I also knew that would be the number 1 answer.
Who is answering these questions?
Who's creating the question?
The nurse calls you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got it right.
Doesn't have to be the correct answer. It just has to be the one people think
That's
is
true.
the correct answer.
Oh, man. Got to get in touch with idiocy.
Yes.
All right. We got Andy with 7,
Like
Jason
monkeys
with
picking up
4,
people.
and Mike with 3. All right. Reset the buttons. Name something you do constantly when you have a cold.
I buzzed in first. I'm going to say sniff. Sniffle, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that.
Sniffle.
Sniffle is the number 5 answer.
On the board, baby. And of course
Oh,
know the
man.
number 1 answer.
Sneezing.
Oh, that's not it.
Sneeze is the number 1 answer.
That's it. Like I said, Andy's on fire here.
What?
Doesn't matter till round 7. Mike, what's up?
No, it doesn't.
Nap.
Wow.
Nap is not on the board.
Cough.
Cough is the number
yeah,
2
cough
answer.
would be on there, and then
Blowing your nose
blowing
is
your
the number
nose,
3.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. It was under sleep, but I'm going to give you that. So that's
Yeah,
the
it's
number.
the same thing.
My bad. I was looking for nap, and it wasn't there.
What number was that?
That's the number 4 answer. So Mike gets 1 point.
Nap
for that.
is not on the board. You should have gone with sleep.
Hey, he corrected it. He
I
could have
did.
just.
Man.
All right, on to the next round. Name a food that is associated with romance.
Is it? Did I get it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're green.
4,
Okay.
He does not have any
3,
answer.
2.
Spaghetti.
Oh, that's what I was going to go with.
Spaghetti is the number 4 answer.
All right, I'll take it.
Chocolate.
Chocolate is the number 1 answer.
Of course. But I got the Lady and the Tramp. That's what I thought at first.
That's what I thought
Jason,
of.
you are on the clock. 4, 3.
Candy.
Candy not on the board. Oh. We got strawberries at number 2.
Oh, yeah.
We got oysters at number 3.
Oh yeah,
and
aphrodisiac.
steak at number 5.
I thought
Oh.
about steak. Jason's the way he answered.
Well, because I knew it was not going to be on the
Yeah.
board.
All right,
But-
we're headed into the final round. We got Andy with 11, Mike with 7, Jason with 5.
Oh, man, I have a chance.
Mike has a chance. Jason, I'm sorry. I don't believe you do.
No, it's triple points.
Yeah.
It's my understanding.
All right. Name something you might stop to do when driving across the country.
Take a picture.
That is the number 5 answer.
Oh, boy.
Get gas.
I get double points there.
Get gas.
That is the number 3 answer.
Oh, baby.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to at least beat Mike.
You're up, Jay.
Take a piss.
Rest stop is the number 2 answer.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Nobody got the number 1 answer, which was eat.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And then ask directions coming in
Did
at
I
number
win
4.
a man
You
of the
did.
people?
You did.
I just kept waiting.
But did I beat Mike?
No, we tied.
Yes.
Yes, we finished with Andy with 13, Mike with 9, Jason with 9. So Andy is this week's man of the people.
Unbelievable. It is possible.
Proud of you, bud.
Thanks.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Around New Year's, we get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Maybe you finally organized one part of your space and you want to tackle another. Or maybe you're taking supplements every morning and now you want to actually eat breakfast too. Well, therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. Talking to a professional about problems that maybe they're a little too big to handle on your own, it can really help. I am a huge supporter of talk therapy because, look, there's emotions, there's feelings, there's problems that they become overwhelming, and when you just circulate it back and forth in your own head, you're not actually moving forward. You need a sounding board. You need a professional sometimes to get through these things. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit BetterHelp.com/ballers today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/ballers.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, today we are drafting the best chores. Let me ask you this before we start the draft. Mike, you get the first pick.
Okay.
Obviously, chores are called chores for a reason. They're unlikable. Were you a whiny chore doer as a kid?
Of course. Yes.
There's no kid that's not a whiny chore doer.
Well, I just know that we were so relentlessly whiny that my parents stopped giving them to us.
Oh,
Good
you
for
won.
You.
We did
You won
win.
the
We
bet.
won. Kids out there, there's a breaking point.
Never give up.
Never give up. Which
That's solid advice, man.
yeah. Mike, you get a pick first.
Okay. I think we've talked about it on this show before, but just a job that I find to be satisfying and is over incredibly fast. I will go unloading the dishwasher.
That's my number one pick.
Yeah. Oh man.
You enjoy that.
Yeah. When you get
So easy.
it, because it's so easy, and when you're doing the lower part, at least the way that we load, when you get like similar plates, but you get them all out at the exact same
Oh,
time,
and they just
stack
and,
'em up.
you just stagger like, I'm done.
So let me
Job complete.
Let me ask you this real quick though. Do you do the silverware last or first?
When unloading?
When unloading.
Oh, last.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That's what I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all in sync here. Unloading the dishwasher was my clear 101. Not dishes. Dishes
yes.
suck. Unloading
you-
the dishwasher, it's over in 2 seconds, and there's a reward.
Yeah.
My cupboards are now refull with all these things I
Yeah.
need.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Darn, man, that was my
Is your list empty?
my list is over of the things I enjoy. So I'm gonna go with this one because again,
Hold on. Jeremy, did he say refull?
He
sure
did, and I was like, that's close enough.
yeah, I
I
mean,
honestly, I thought it was
I
close
didn't
enough.
hear it.
Yeah.
Refold.
yeah.
Hey, honey, everything's refull over here.
I mean, that's just how you say it. All right, so if I'm up, I'm going to go with something that, like Mike, I want the job to be over quick. I want a fast completion to where it's like, okay, I did it. I completed the job.
But also big impact.
But big impact,
Yeah.
exactly right. And I think when I think of biggest impact, quickest completion, is taking out the trash.
Yeah, that's my 102.
Yeah, you just you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
take this bag, take it out, put a new bag in, done, and unfilled the garbage can. So it's really nice for the family.
Now, have you unfilled the garbage can or have you refilled the outside, the trash bin?
Both.
I did have that very high on my list, but my reasoning was that you get to see how the weather's going. You know, you get to check out the weather.
That's the only downside is sometimes you go out and you go, ooh, it's really hot.
I guess that's true. But I do like the fact that it brings you outdoors. All right, so I
Plenty
got
of
to
outdoor chores, Andy.
I got to pick.
Yeah.
I got to pick now.
There's plenty you could take.
Try to mow the lawn inside. Not going to happen.
You could try. I'm gonna go with cooking as my first chore
Oh,
because
I'd rather be dead.
you get to eat your hard work. That's
Yeah.
that's my reasoning. You get to eat your hard work, and I find it very satisfying. Like I'm not in charge of the cooking very often. Most of the time, it's like, you know, like I got to make lunch for everybody because the wife is gone, and I'm not good at it. So when I get to do it, it is a satisfying feeling to have fed your children.
I know.
And they like it.
It's like 3 taps on the phone.
That's true. Yeah, that's a different kind of cooking. So,
Is ordering takeout a chore?
probably not.
Yeah, just say dinner. Taking care of dinner.
And then
I had cooking on my list because I do enjoy it, and I thought I would get it because I know how much Mike hates cooking.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
good
So
job taking that.
when you can eat your hard work, that's pretty good. My second one, I'm going to go with a little bit of a wild card here.
Okay.
Oh, on pick number 2.
Probably stupid to do that.
Nah.
But you know what? I'm going to go with my heart here, and I am going to go with assembling furniture.
Wow.
Oh, hey,
Because
I don't hate it.
it's a little bit like doing a crossword puzzle or
Yeah.
some Sudoku. So it's a mental challenge. And when you get done with it, you fake yourself into feeling like a man.
Oh, dude, I hate it so much because when I get done with it, I go, "Well, that's wrong." I open the door, and obviously some of the insides look completely different than other insides, and I
Yeah.
go, "What step did I mess up?"
I
on?"
don't think I've ever gone an IKEA piece or whatever, start to finish, without messing something up terribly. They get me with the,
This is
you know, when
true.
they like the color of the wooded side, like there's just a couple little scratch marks in your drawing.
You get to bust,
you better know.
You get to bust the tools out.
Oh, I
set
like
up
it.
shop in the house.
I like it.
You can take as long as you need.
That's the part I really like.
Pop in some AirPods.
Busy.
Yeah, like I'm working on this. It's a tough one.
Building a chair today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with that one. I think that's a pretty
like
good
it.
chore. Plus, it means I got new furniture.
Okay. I get it.
So wait, what was your first one?
Cooking, and then
okay,
assembling
okay.
furniture.
All right.
All right. Well, Andy,
Jason, you've been taking the trash out. Now what are
I've
you going
been
to do?
taking the trash out. Now, look, Andy likes feeding his kids after
Right.
a long cooking session that probably took him hours. He's got to clean up, all that.
No, that part is not fun.
I'm going to feed the pets.
Oh, you dog.
yeah.
That was next on my
Oh,
list.
I'm grabbing that scoop,
Nice.
and I'm going scoop, pour, done.
Yes.
That one is
Yeah.
Feet up.
that's
and
a good one.
I've fed my animals.
Yeah.
I cared for my loved
Do you
ones.
let your wife know when you've
Oh,
fed
I
the
make
pets?
sure everyone
Feed
knows.
the dogs.
I made sure. Yeah, that's usually how I feed the dogs. Isaac, feed the dogs. But yeah, I mean, if I do it, I'm gonna make sure everyone knows I did that. hard work.
I've even seen like fancy pieces, so you can combine yours. I don't know if you have to assemble this or not, but it's a fancy furniture-looking piece. But then it kind of has.
where you pull the handle?
You just pull the like a slot machine.
Yeah, that looks
and
fun.
then the dog bowl is filled
Yeah, that
with
looks
the
pretty fun.
appropriate portion. I'm like, that is nice.
Nice.
All right.
I can assemble that for you if you need it.
Okay, so you took feeding the animals. I was going to go with that one. Okay, this first one I will go with. I got to be very specific though in the words. It is how do I phrase it? Starting the laundry. Go. I'll just call it that. Running the laundry. I don't know how else to say it because I've
Loading the washer.
Yes, loading the washer because I'm not folding. I am getting everything started though, which is a task unto itself.
What you're doing is
I'll
creating.
move to the dryer.
What you're doing is creating a problem, Mike. That's what you're doing. Whenever you put something in the washing machine,
Okay, Josh agrees with me. Doing the laundry is different than folding laundry. Well, I will do the laundry.
okay. All right.
I got to look. I don't know. I use the scent beads, so I have to load that in there.
Oh, yeah.
You got to pick up the real heavy detergent bottle.
Maybe even sort. Maybe you want to make sure it's your clothes or.
I dipped out for a split second mentally. Did you say doing the laundry?
Yes.
He did, but he doesn't want to include
I'm not
the
folding.
finishing of the laundry.
I am simply putting it into the machine.
I do consider them two separate tasks.
Then
Well, yeah, because one is done and the other is never done. That's
Yes.
my experience.
Yes.
yeah.
Honestly, if they could just perfect a way for all of your laundry to stay in the washer and not be wrinkled, and you can just take it out of there when you need it and then put it right back in, that'd be pretty good.
The laundry industry as a whole has really been just taking a big nap. There are so much innovation that could happen.
Yeah, we've talked about this at lunchtime
Yes.
about how we need our closets to launder the laundry. You need to just put your laundry, your dirty laundry, back in the closet and then come and get it and it's clean.
Do you want to know why I disconnected mentally for just a split second and didn't know what you picked?
I do.
Why?
It's because I received a text message from my wife that literally said our son washed a bunch of super dirty like garage rags in the laundry and the washer now smells super bad.
Oh.
And she doesn't, and anything washing in there now turns out
smells like,
bad.
Uh-oh.
Is that
And
like
she's-
oil?
She's at, yeah, it had like PB Blaster on them or something.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, peanut butter
Dude.
blaster.
Is that a new snack?
And she's asking, how do you fix the laundry machine? So she's asking a laundry question in the middle of your laundry pick.
I think you buy a laundry machine. I mean, I guess what I would do is I would try to run it on a sanitary mode, put with no clothes, put in several pods and the smelly good stuff, run it on sanitary.
I wonder
like
if
a
you
I'm
need
long,
passing this along.
hot load, and then if that doesn't work, if after that it doesn't smell good, you purchase a washing machine.
I feel like vinegar is going to have to be involved.
She asked if vinegar on a wash cycle.
Tell her that yes, the Spitballers podcast.
I'm just
says,
guessing.
No, that's a fact. I've heard it.
Josh is okay. So run it empty with vinegar. All right.
Okay. Good luck.
Super hot.
I mean, I don't know how much you're supposed to put in
Yeah. All
there.
right. Next pick, Mike.
But we're solving problems one at a time. I went with doing the laundry. And
Also, timeout. Good on your son trying to do some laundry on his own.
My wife's quite livid right now.
Oh no, I'm sure like whoops, mistakes were made, but like the idea of my children or one of my sons going like, this is dirty. You know what I should do? I should wash it.
Yeah.
I should put it in the washing machine and start a load.
We've actually done that for our kids for quite some time now. They're responsible for 100% of their own laundry.
We tried.
So they have they have to take it, do it, and so I will catch them because they run out of clothes, and then they just load it up and go do it.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
And I don't know how we pulled that off.
Yeah, me either.
All right. I will take, because Jason took the feeding the animals, I really wanted that one. I will go with watering the plants. Watering the plants.
I
boys.
hope you have
Are you good at that?
only plastic plants.
I have a plant.
Oh, all right.
Are you good at watering it?
So good.
No, I've never done it.
Oh, okay. But if you did, you would
I
like
would
it.
I would imagine I'd be the best plant waterer of all time.
Is there a sliding scale of how good you are at watering plants?
Yeah, talk to the people who can't keep plants alive.
There are a lot of people that are like, oh man, I'm so bad at keeping
Yeah.
plants. They're all dead.
Yeah, and I'd be
Well-
like, I'm the best.
I mean,
so good.
I feel like there's got to be a rule of like this plant needs watered this much this often.
Yes.
And once you know that, you're just
If I gave you 10 plants and said you keep these all alive for a month
okay.
and you get $1 million, could you pull it off?
Yes, 100%.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so. I think I could.
I don't think so.
Now that's spoken as a man who's never tried.
Spoken as a man who lands planes.
Yes, well, I could. I haven't yet, but if I needed to, I could absolutely.
I've
pull it
landed imaginary 747s. This is a piece of cake.
off. Yeah. All right. Am I
Back
up?
to you, Jason. Yes. Mike has unloading a dishwasher, doing a load of wash.
Doing a load of
That's
wash.
what's written in
That's-
as, and I just read it like Ron
All right,
Burgundy.
we're doing laundry.
Doing a load of laundry
Okay.
and then watering the plants.
All right. And so I only have 2 right now, right?
Taking out the
That is
trash, feeding
correct.
the pets.
Okay, those are some good
Those are,
ones.
those are
Those
two
are
good
quick.
ones.
Those are quick.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are quick.
You got time for something.
This one does take a little bit more time because I got to go get some equipment, which I don't like that part, but I love this. And if you talked to my family, they would 100% say I have like a
passion?
yes, that's the right
Okay.
word.
All
I have a
right.
passion for this. It's really true. It's not even a joke. Changing light bulbs.
Oh.
I love taking a room that's dark and
And making it bright.
dude, I will spend
you're
long.
You're letting whole rooms get dark
Yes.
before you change them?
Sometimes.
That's how many bulbs are out?
That's how heavy my ladder is. I've got to get like the
Okay.
big gorilla
Okay.
ladder, and I'm like, I don't want to bring that in for one bulb.
For one
so
bulb.
I get it. I
Now,
get it.
and-
It's a good pick. I wasn't on my list, and it's just from lack of thinking about
you
it.
know me and my bougie self. I'm going out. I spend so much time at that light bulb aisle, and I look at all of them, and I'm getting.
Oh, you make changes.
I'm going to get the
Wait,
perfect bulb.
You go to an aisle?
Yeah, I will
What do you
go
do, Mike?
to.
I go to the Amazon.
Almost all bulbs are still something I buy in the store.
Yeah, me too.
Because when something goes out, you go grab one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a little surplus?
Sometimes.
So
Sometimes, yeah.
now I found my perfect bulb.
Okay.
I found my
Okay.
perfect bulb, and so now I only order that online. But they are so bright. I mean, when you walk in my house now, it's like
Wait, you did the wrong stuff?
no. I did the right stuff. It's still warm. It's not like
Do you have to wear sunglasses in your house?
you can, and if you do, you'll see just fine. But I love it. I love it. It's like the Vegas Street. It's at night, and you're like, this is
So
daytime.
because see, this is the thing. If you at home, you should know this. Jason and I have kind of a perpetual feud on the level of light in our main office area because I like to have one on, one off because it's a little glary for me and my LASIK eyeballs.
If I
But
could add
Jason
20 more light,
wishes he was on the surface of the sun.
I can't have enough light.
Now, why is that?
I think I just see
Bad vision?
better. Yes, it's bad vision. I don't see as good in the dark.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, true of everybody, but I mean like neutral lighting, non-bright lighting. I don't see very well. I need
right.
I need everything
Oh,
well
man.
lit.
Even though your computer screen is fully backlit.
Well, I can see the computer
Oh, okay.
screen.
Are you at fancy restaurant
Oh,
iPhone flashlight levels now?
100%.
Yeah, I had to do it the other day.
one of y'all
It's,
should wear.
real bad.
it's embarrassing.
You should wear a headlamp like the Splunker. That'd be funny.
So here's the worst part. I've graduated, Mike, because I used to be.
What, to readers too?
No. I used to be I'm not turning the flashlight on. I'm just going to open the screen and point the
okay.
screen at it, and I can read it well enough.
So, but would you like angle it and pretend like you're watching something?
Maybe a little. I'm not, don't look at me. But
Okay.
now it's full flashlight.
Yeah.
In fact, it's the magnifying mode, which if you haven't played around with the magnifying mode on your
Wait, so
iPhone-
you're reading it on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
come
so
on
readers-
now. Come on.
No, it's great because
You're a man with a magnifying glass.
it's great. It's great. Listen.
Oh, man.
Listen.
You've never been older in
Why
your
do you
life.
need a magnifying glass to find tomahawk steak on the menu?
No. Listen, I'm treating you guys right now. You're going to
There's
learn
a
life
magnifying
skill.
mode?
Yes, there's a magnifying mode.
It's
on
not
your
just the
phone.
camera zoomed in.
No, it is a magnifying
You
mode.
guys are, okay, they have pulled out the
Okay.
phones.
You see this little
Let me
button?
see. Let me see the
quick,
icon.
He has a quick hot tool.
Oh,
Quick hot
my
tool
gosh, he
to the
does.
magnifying. And
Okay.
so if you go to the magnifying glass, here's what's cool.
Oh, man.
Here's what's cool. You can take a little picture of whatever's on the screen, right? And then it's super easy to just
You're not.
you can
There you go.
zoom in and scroll
Okay.
around. And so now you just snap the page, and I don't have to have the flashlight out scrolling and reading
okay.
the page.
So you
It's
don't
less
look
embarrassing.
like the weirdo.
I don't look like the weirdo unless you saw me for one split second.
Take a picture of your menu.
Yes, basically. But the nice thing,
That's high risk, high reward.
yeah,
Because if you get caught taking a picture of the menu,
that's not any worse than just.
oh no, that seems way worse.
You think that's worse than watching
No,
someone
no,
with the,
it's a
with
good
the
move.
flashlight out for 10 minutes while they inspect their menu? Come on. You're welcome.
Okay.
So changing light bulbs was the last pick, and I'm on the clock. Is that right?
That is
yep,
correct.
you get two.
Boy, oh boy. I'm trying to find a benefit here. I'm gonna go wiping the counters. I'm gonna go wiping the counters.
All right.
Sure.
I am very liberal with the amount of the cleaning spray that I use.
Oh,
Get
so you
that
need
ammonia
you
in
need a lot
there.
of towels.
Lots of towels, a full roll of towels. And make no mistake, my hands will smell like whatever this chemical is from maybe 2 weeks after I do the counters.
Okay.
But it's a satisfying feeling when the counters are all clean.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that.
I'm going to go with cleaning the countertops.
But
That's
cleaning
fine.
the countertops, like when you find that area and it's just got a whole bunch of
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
grains of something on it, and you're just forever and ever scrubbing at it, but they never go away.
You know what'd be cool is if they had something that like you push a button and like that spray hits all your counters all at once. And then you just go wipe it. Like from the roof, from like those
Like
almost
the
like
porta potties that spray the whole thing down.
well,
or
like your
the misters at the grocery store
Yeah.
at the vegetable aisles that
yeah, just one of those.
Just pure science.
Just nuke
being
the kitchen.
sprayed all over
Yeah,
your
science.
kitchen.
Be some vinegar or something. And then my last one. Look, you guys are going to disagree with it completely. You're not gonna respect it.
I hope it's not my last pick.
But the thing is this is not something that every time you do it, you're going to like. This is something that when the weather is perfect, it's the pinnacle of all the chores.
Oh, okay.
Which is
All right.
actually yard work. If the
Okay.
weather is beautiful outside, yard work is the most soul-giving chore
I
you
can
can
see
do. You love being outside. It's so much fun.
I can see how other people would like that.
It's
Yeah.
such a small window of time that you go out and the weather's good from beginning to end. And so it's not always great, but I'm going to go with yard work in nice weather.
Yes, that does have to be specified because we live in Arizona.
Yes.
And yard work in the summer
Not
is
all
the
yard
most,
work.
is the most punishing.
Yeah.
That would be the worst thing you could
Honestly,
possibly
you could die.
select.
You could die.
Yeah, I would. That's just why I don't do it. All right, I'm up to my final pick here.
You
And
are.
This is the one I wanted from the get-go that I've never done. And I'm sure I'd hate in real life. But I got a visualization of this. Like, oh, it's almost like nostalgic, except I've never done it. So I don't know what that word is. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like,
you're
I hold it in
describing-
high esteem.
Okay, but like you have an imaginary nostalgia of
Yeah.
like you. Okay.
Let me tell you what it is, and then you can tell me how I feel about
All
it.
right.
We just talked about we live in Arizona.
Yeah.
There's 2 seasons here. You got scalding, scorching, awful summers,
Right.
and then it goes to winter, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice
pretty
weather
nice.
out. What we don't have is fall or spring, but we don't
Right.
have fall. We don't have these
Okay.
beautiful trees
Okay.
barfing up their gorgeous leaves everywhere. I want to do the thing where you rake the giant pile of leaves.
Okay.
And because I want to jump in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it. Okay.
So there's this this visualization where I think this would be so cool and so fun and so rewarding, but I've never done it. So it's not nostalgia. What is that? What is that called?
I
What-
can't think of the right word, but
Mm.
I get what you
Yeah.
you have a kind of like a just a
a
daydream.
Romanticize.
Yeah,
Romanticize.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think that
that's
is
it.
it. I'm romanticizing
Yeah.
raking leaves.
Yeah, Josh says it sucks.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. But since I've never done it, I've got a romanticized version where I'm raking up these giant pile of gorgeous leaves and jump in it and have a blast.
I have like 3 trees that lose their leaves in my backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's rare.
So whenever it happens, I'll let you know, and you can
Come on over.
Bring a rake over
no, thank you.
because they take over the yard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mike.
All right.
Final pick.
My final pick. I knew it would be available, and because most people that even the thought of having to clean this is too grotesque,
What?
but it is so easy. Once you get past the mental hurdle of cleaning the toilet,
What are you doing?
it is the easiest. It is one of the easiest chores out there.
Because
It
of the
is-
tools?
It is done so fast, guys. So fast.
Not
but
my
you-
toilet.
But it's
Come on. Hey, I'll do your leaves.
Oh, yeah.
You come on over to my place. I got a nice
I can-
toilet for you to clean.
I could do every toilet in your house multiple times before you're done with the leaves. You spray it down with the bubbles, let it sit for a little
Wow.
bit, then just wipe it down, get the brush, and do the inside. And
Ooh,
it's done.
I'm not opting into poop here.
He literally drafted.
He drafted a poopy thing.
He drafted one of
Yeah.
the worst chores you could do.
No, it is.
I'm
it
with
is-
you, Mike.
Thank you.
For what it's worth,
It
you need
is-
some
That's
support.
not. You shouldn't say that.
It
Yeah.
is so easy.
I will clean all the
You must be
toilets
into picking up
before
your dog
I'm
poop,
doing
too.
yard work
There we
or
go.
raking leaves.
You guys like the dog poop?
No, because that's in our rock yards.
Maybe with bare hands too.
Yeah. Why don't you
See?
just do it like Bob for poop? Get down there on your hands and knees, you disgusting pigs.
Cleaning a toilet is so easy.
I do it with my mouth. I love cleaning toilets.
Animals. They're
Yeah,
animals.
They are.
Papa
the
Josh,
worst.
you don't respect that, do you?
Like
Cleaning the toilets?
Yeah.
It's easy. It's just
Oh,
a little
gosh.
gross. If
Yeah.
you can get past
See?
the gross part, it's an easy chore.
Exactly.
Poopa
That's
Josh.
my whole thing is once
What did we learn today? We learned I'm
Yeah.
working around disgusting
once you
This is
just like
gross.
barf people.
like the initial switch, once you've flipped it of like I'm doing a gross job and I can wash my hands when this is done, boom, this thing is over.
All right, some honorable mentions. I put vacuuming in there if you need some good cardio.
yeah, vacuuming
Yeah,
is,
if you put the AirPods in.
It's a little bit of work.
and I like getting the lines. I do. I like the OCD getting
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
lines.
That's where mowing the lawn could have been a chore that you enjoy. The
Outside.
lines.
I don't like the heat.
No, that's true. Any other washing the car's the only one that can break out into a water park.
I had getting the mail. If that's a
Oh
chore,
no, that definitely
if
is.
that's a chore, that's
Oh, that's-
right up there with feeding the dogs. It's over.
And I don't
Yeah.
know how much it's a chore for you guys, but we do, or I do like a weekly cleaning out the fridge.
Yes,
Where-
Weekly?
Yeah,
good
yeah,
on you.
because dude, my fridge is loaded with leftovers. Like I'm definitely gonna eat this.
I do it.
See you in a week.
I do it monthly, Mike. I
Monthly?
need to do it weekly,
Oh,
brother.
Sunday. It's the Sunday activities. Clean it out.
That's actually a really good one because it's very rewarding at the end.
Yeah.
Do you ever eat any of the stuff you're pulling out of there?
No. It goes right to the garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's leftovers.
All right.
I didn't eat it the day after. I'm not eating it a week after.
All right. Let us know what you think the best chores are. We're just about done here.
What did we learn today?
I learned today I'm not buying a ball team. I mean, if I get $300,000 for finishing a marathon, I still can't
So wait.
get a ball team.
So that means that $300,000 a day earned is worth.
It would take
It's 18 years.
over 18 years.
Yeah,
so
guys.
that amount of money per day.
Billionaires have an amount of money you can't understand.
Yeah.
That is an amount of money.
Yes.
A billion's a
Feels
lot
like you'd
more than
get
a
there-
million.
It feels like you'd get
Dude.
there a lot quicker than 18 years.
Go on. Like people make like
I've
little
seen-
videos of like, here's a grain of sand of like the normal person, how much money they have. And then they do Bezos. And you're like, this is impossible. How
Yeah.
can one person have that much money?
I mean, that clearly means that he makes way more than $300,000 a day.
Oh, yeah. He
That's
makes
just-
that in a moment.
yeah.
That's insane.
Yes.
He ain't running no marathons at all.
No, he doesn't need to.
I learned we need a better studio audience for Man of the People. With
Oh,
some of these answers.
yeah, and I learned that Mike is willing to endure poop for a small
yeah.
period of time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do the dirty jobs in the
Yeah.
house.
Jeff Bezos
I know why
earns,
he did the scat today.
he earns $18,000 a minute, $1 million an hour, and $26 million a day.
That's ball team money, Jay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.